Today we're going to talk about how to divide mixed numbers. Mr. Joe orders 6.5 farewell cakes for Steve's party. Each guest ate 1/4 slices. How many slices did I serve at this party? So you could draw a picture model. So I have 6.5 cakes. And then each guest ate 1/4 slices. So 1/4 slices, 1/4 slices, 1/4 slices, and so on and so on. So this is the picture model. What if you do not want to do the picture model? You rather do the procedural way. So it's, I ordered 6.5 farewell cakes. I cut it or divided each cake into 1/4 slices. So how many groups of 1/4 go into 6.5? So when you divide mixed number, this is how I do it. It's dividing mixed number. That's the way. You make it a fraction, you flip the second, and times away. So what you're doing here is finding the reciprocal of it. I want to change this division expression into a multiplication expression. So first of all, let's turn this into a fraction. Dividing mixed number, that's the way. Turn this to a fraction. So 2 times 6 is 12. 1 more is 13 halves. It's the same as 6.5. Now it's just a division of fraction problem. So dividing mixed number, that's the way. Turn this to a fraction. Flip the second fraction, or find the reciprocal of the second fraction. Before 1 times away, so you get 13 times 4 is 52. 2 times 1 is 2. How many 2's go in 52? 26. So I was able to cut in 26 slices. And as you go through the picture model, you see 26 slices. So what I did here, again, is I turned the mixed number into an improper fraction. Then I found the reciprocal of the second fraction, and I times away, and that's how I did it. So, reciprocal. What is reciprocal again? It's the interchange or the flipping of the numerator with the denominator. We do that when we're dividing a fraction. We wanted to change it into a multiplying a fraction. So, for example, you have 2/3, 2/7. What is the reciprocal of 2/3 and 2/7? If you flip it, it'll be 3 halves. If you flip this or interchange it, it'll be 7 halves. What if you have the whole number of 8 and 3? What is the reciprocal of 8 and 3? Well, first of all, it's 8 and 3 are they fractions? All right, now they're a fraction. I'll put a 1 underneath it. Now flip it. It will be 1/8. And reciprocal of 3/1 will be 1/3. Let's make it a tad bit harder. What if you had 2 and 1/3 and 3 and 1/4? What is the reciprocal of these two mixed numbers? A lot of kids would like to do this. Oh, it's 2 and 3/1. No. Oh, this is 3 and 4/1. No. You've got to turn these into fractions first of all. Is this an improper fraction? No, let's turn it into a fraction. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 more is 7 halves. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 more is 13/4. Now, what is the reciprocal of this fraction? 7 halves, interchange it, will be 2/7. And 13/4, the reciprocal will be 4/13. So again, reciprocal is the interchange or the flipping of the numerator with the denominator. So why do we do it again? Sometimes we want to write a division of fractions into a multiplication problem. So what I did here, as you can tell, no matter what, you'll get the same result. It says you have half. How many halves, groups of halves, go into 3? It really is saying 3 times 2 is 6. Again, if you want to, here's the picture model. You have 3 bars. How many halves are there in 3 bars? 6 of them. So what they did is they took the reciprocal of 1/2 and made it 2/1, or just 2, and they multiply. You get the same result. So we want to rewrite the division into a multiplication. So, move. All right, so let's practice matching stuff. So what is the reciprocal of 9, 4? 4 ninths. Ooh, beginner's luck again. What's the reciprocal of 6? Well, I know it's 6 1, so flipping it, we 1 6. No. What's the reciprocal of 3 4? 4 third. No. What's the reciprocal of 8? Well, 8 1 will be 1 8. Ugh. Didn't we just see a 9 10? That's 10 9. The reciprocal is 9 10. I cannot remember. 3 4. The reciprocal is 4 third. Alright, I have to get at least 1 before. Alright. 6. 6 1 become 1 6. And there it goes. I give up. So the way I memorize when dividing mixed numbers is this. So you're dividing mixed number. That's division bar. So dividing mixed number. That's the way. You make it a fraction, you flip the second, and times away. So you're sending it away, times it away. So dividing mixed number, that's the way. Turn it to a fraction, flip the second fraction, or flip the second, and times away. So as you can tell in this problem, 2 and 2 thirds divided by 3 and 1 4. What they did here is they first dividing mixed number, that's the way. Turn this to a fraction, an improper fraction. So 2 and 2 thirds became 8 thirds. 3 and 1 4 became 13 fourths. Then they times it away. So 8 times 13 is like 104. 3 times 4 is 12. You can simplify this. 52 6. You can simplify 26 thirds. This is a good answer, but I would like to turn it back to a mixed number. How many thirds go into 26? 8 times, which is 24. What do you have left over? 2 thirds. 8 and 2 thirds is the same or equivalent to 26 thirds. Some kids prefer something called cross simplification. Again, this is only optional. Not everybody prefers this way. So instead of doing 8 times 13 is 104 and 3 times 4 is 12, they would like to simplify before they start multiplying all these huge numbers. So 8 fourths. 8, let's look at diagonal. 8 fourths. Can that be simplified? Yes, 2, 1. Then you just multiply 2 times 13 is 26. 3 times 1 is 3. So how many 3's go in 26? 8 and 2 thirds. So, let's try this one. You have half of a pie. You want to divide it into 2 and 1/3 parts. Well, first of all, let's see. Well, that's 2 parts. Again, I want to divide it in 2 and 1/3 part. So first of all, the main thing is, will your quantity 1/2, will that be greater or less? Let's think about it. If you have half of a pie and you're dividing it into 2 parts, or we're estimating, that means your quantity will probably be less than. So our answer will be less than 1/2. Let's see. So again, dividing mixed number, that's the way. Turn this to a fraction. That would be 7 thirds. I'm going to rewrite it. You don't have to, but I'm going to rewrite it because it's a little messy in my opinion. So now, 1/2 divided by 2 thirds is equivalent to 1/2 divided by 7 thirds. Now you turn this to a fraction, flip the second fraction, that would be 3 7, and then you times away. So you get 3/14. 3/14 is definitely less than half. So each kid would get like this itty bitty half, less than half of a pie. And let's look at our solution, see if we are correct. Here's half divided by 2 and 1/3. Half is equivalent to, because we would like to write this division expression into a multiplication expression. So it's 1/2 times 3 7. So I found the reciprocal of the second fraction, and then your answer is 3/14. All right, let's try another example. You have 1 7/8 pie, and you would divide it into 4/5. So dividing mixed number, that's the way. Turn this to a fraction. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 7 is 15/8. flip the second fraction, and times away. 15 times 5 is 75. 8 times 4 is 32. How many 32s? I mean, this is a good answer. There's nothing wrong with it. But how many 32s go into 75? Let's see. One group of 32, two groups of 32 is 64. Two groups. And your remainder will be 1132. 2 and 1132. Let's look at our solution. See if we did it correct. We did. So 1 and 7/8 divided by 4/5 is equivalent to 15/8 times 5/4. And then you multiply and you get 7532, which is 2 and 1132. Let's practice another one. So 2 and 2/3 divided by 1 and 1/2. So divide a mixed number. That's the way. Turn this and this to a fraction. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 more is 8/3. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 more is 3/2. So I rewrote 2 and 2/3 divided by 1 and 1/2 as 8/3 divided by 3/2. So I need to flip the second fraction and times away. So I got 16/9. Good answer, but can you turn this to a mixed number? How many groups of 9 go into 16? One group. 16 minus 9 is 7. 1 and 7, 9 is another way to say 16/9. In our solution, we did do it correctly. So 2 and 2/3 divided by 1 and 1/2 is equivalent. We rewrote this division into a multiplication problem as 8/3 times 2/3. It's how we found the reciprocal of the second fraction and we multiply away. Let's try our last example. You have 2 and 1/4. How many groups of 1/4 go into 2 and 1/4? I predict 9 pieces. I don't know. We'll see. This is through the modeling, picture modeling. Some kids do not like this, so we'll just go straight into the procedural. So, dividing mixed number, that's the way. Turn this to a fraction, 8 plus 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9/4. I rewrote it. And now I need to, what do I do? Flip the second fraction for 1 and times away. You get 36/4 or just 9. Again, if you prefer cross simplification, again, you don't have to do cross simplification. 4/4 simplifies to 1 whole. So you'll get 9/1 or just 9. And as a solution, and the answer is 9. And through the picture, you can tell the answer is 9. So what did we mostly learn from this? When you divide mixed numbers, you're going to have to write them as fraction. 2 and 1/4 is not a fraction, it's a mixed number. So I turn it into an improper fraction. And then you just do, well, how you just do dividing fraction. So you have to find the reciprocal of the second fraction, or flip the second fraction, and you just times it away, and you'll have an answer. That's how you divide mixed numbers.